What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good pre-Thanksgiving night. If you don't live in the States, hope you're having a good Wednesday night, Thursday morning, wherever you are. Give me 1 second. Gotta make sure everything is on. One day I'll have this to where I'll have it on my computer instead of on my phone, but having it on my phone is much easier until I get some new parts, or just make an entirely new computer. One or the other. Probably be a Christmas gift to myself. But let's get this show on the road, cause I gotta bounce out in a bit. Yeah, I always gotta leave because I'm always busy and got some other stuff to do. But yeah, all right. Final Fantasy X Banner. The last Final Fantasy X Banner we'll get before DASBs are released on December 27th. So as you know, DASBs are right around the corner. So you may want to really think about if you want to pull on this one or not, or just save up or hold. There's not too much stuff that's fantastic or outstanding on here. Kind of just the usual stuff. But it is stuff for favorites if you have them, for like Riku, Waka, Auron, and Lulu. And then a couple other things that don't show up for a while, I think, if I remember correctly. Hope everything is good. Hope you all can hear me. But yeah, it's FFX, and that's reason enough to pull. Because if that's not, well, there we go. If that's not your favorite game, then I don't know what game is your favorite game. Give me 1 second. No one saw any of that. Those are all my secrets on there. You don't need to know anything on there, okay? All right. Let's start off with this banner. So we got new True Arcanes. Let's see. New True Arcanes for Auron, Lulu, and Waka. Auron and Lulu's are the regular DPS one. Waka's a special case one, where he gets a couple special effects that I'll go through on the end. New sync for Riku and Auron. New LBOs for Riku and Auron. New awakenings for Riku and Auron. You got a new glint for Waka, and Auron gets one of these new LMR pluses, which becomes a staple across a couple of characters in the future. It's more unique in the case that it's not a triple cast. Triple cast after a guaranteed 3, or a double cast after a guaranteed 3 casts, and some other stuff like that. So we'll go through this movie. And Riku gets a new HA2. Physical Machinist 7 times. Single range water. It's kind of like Balthiers and Barrett's. And I think there's one more person who has a 7 hit. He's also Machinist. Stamps is all the same. All the same up to 10. All the same up to 15. So I'm not going to go over that. But yeah, let's go over these relics real quick. For Banner 1, it's going to be TASBs for Auron, Lulu, and Waka. Auron gets End Fire, BDL +1, and regular TASB stuff. Lulu gets the same. Waka's is an interesting case. So it gives him End Water, gives him QC3, and a 25% SB boost for 3 turns. So he'll gain more soul break points for 3 turns, 25% more on top of what he already gained. So if it has a move that does 80 soul break points, he'll get another 25% on top of that. So he'll get up to 100 points in those 3 turns if he keeps using that same ability that gives that much. And then this one doesn't give him a BDL +1, so look out for that if you happen to get it. It will not give him an extra BDL, so don't be surprised if you use it and you don't get one. Riku has a new sync, Refined Aquatoxin, 15 water hits, 3 stacks of End Water, Synchro Mode, BDL +1, Versatile Bomb. The Versatile Bomb, mode. And then Auron gets a new Synchro. Has an attack magic def res. So it's a full buff one. On top of giving him Endfire 3, Secret modes, and BL+1 and True Banishing Blade mode. Waka's Sync is his old one, so it's a Sync 1. Crit chance, ramping crit chance that a lot of realm supports get. Like Waka, Bosch, and a couple other people. And you got Riku's Forehead LBO. That does water critical damage, and it gives party 50% damage reduction, 2% barrier. Damage reduction barriers. Arn 5 hit fire, it's piercing. So there's that. And then here's Riku's Awakening to Water Buster. 15 water hits, physical, so they're not ranged, so look out for that. But it does, and this one does attack magic defense, so it is not a full buff one. So it will not overwrite a full break. Only Arns will from this banner. Gives yourself in water, Awoken Salvage mode, BL+1, and Lively Girl mode. And then Arn, my bad. Arn gets his AASB too. 15 fire and fire. Awoken Guardian mode, BL+1, Scorching Resolve mode. And then here, Waka gets his Glint Plus, just end water, IC1, 0 soul break cost. And then let's look at Arn's LMR. So it's Provoke. And so he chases 3 samurai abilities. Well, so I'm trying to understand this one. So once per battle, he chases 3 times samurai with a self attack, res plus 30%, and QC. We'll look into that more as we go down on there. But as you can see, that's this is the start to a pattern of different LMRs that a lot of different LMR plus that a lot of people get. Machina's gonna get one kind of like that, and then Alpha Now will get one in the future, probably in Fest, that will be QC for 15 seconds along with End Win. So it's pretty good. All right. And then from Banner 2, you have Jet and Braska stuff, Jet TA, Braska Sync, Jet Sync, Seymour Sync, and then more Jet stuff. And then this is where you can get Jet's full break full buff ASB if you don't have it, or if you aren't lucky, or if you really want it. Braska's ASB, Seymour's ASB. Braska becomes a pretty solid pick in the future when he gets his DASB, because his Command 1 gives BDL+1. So Braska might be a good pickup somewhere down the line if you happen to get on a select, or when his banner shows up with the DASB and you happen to pull Braska's SASB, then you can put those two together and do a lot of damage, a lot of damage. Seymour is Seymour right now. He's pretty lackluster. Jet's okay, I guess. He has the full buff and he has the weakness damage plus for the realm, so you can bring him along with the rest of the realm, and then do more damage in a realm fight like Bahamut or Dreambreaker, etc., etc. All right, now let's go down. So R and TASB. So it does the usual BL+1, 2 based on damage dealt, and it's Apex Tornado, 20 physical fire moves, and then a single overflow. Same thing with Lulu. Lulu does the same thing except hers ice, water, lightning. So hers is a triple element, and it has no really backdrop of it other than it also gets in ice and water and lightning. So yeah, so the next move you use after you use that, it will give her that element. It'll sack that element. And then Waka's. So this one gives BDL+1, but only on the activation of the soul break. As you can see here, True Arcane BDL+1 and multiplier increase for second activation if at least 7 sharpshooter or support abilities used. And it's Apex Oron Reels, 10 times single water neutral element, 1 time single water overflow. So it'll go from anywhere from 9,999 to 19,999 in between those two. So it won't give him a BDL+1 on the start, but it'll give him a BDL+1 on the second activation of the ADSB. So look out for that. Now let's get to the better part here. We got Riku's Synchro 2, which is a water attack that does 7 hits, but has a long cast time. So 3.3 seconds on top of the usual Thief, either it'd be 1.2 or 0.83 or 1.6, anything like that. This one's gonna have a much longer cast, so you're gonna have to either use it with the defense command, which I'll go over in a bit, or make sure she has QC from either Quina or Ran, HQC from Yuna's USB, anything like that, just so you can keep it going if you want to keep using command 1. But let's go to the defense command. It links to Thief and Dancer. It's called Cataract Splash. It might get a different name in global, but it's an instant 3 times water, neutral element, magic res minus 50%, and it gives IC1. So if you have her HA1 and HA2, you put HA1 on command 1, HA2 on command 2, and I'm about to tell you why. So the versatile bomb effect chases water with a 2 or 4 or 6 hit single range water ability, and it gives her self water ability damage plus 0 to 30% based on the amount of debuffs she has. So if she has 0 debuffs on the enemy, she won't get a boost. 2 debuffs, she'll get a 50% boost. 4 plus debuffs, she will get a 30% boost to her water ability damage. So make sure you stack up those debuffs on the boss. And if you have Waka ASB2, or if you bring Waka at all, it should be pretty easy to stack those debuffs. Along with Riku, you can just do even more debuffs. So you just be doing even more damage, putting more damage on top of more damage there. So really mess around with that. Even Arin with his HA is really good at just stacking on a full break debuff right there. So you can do that too. There's a lot of ways you can maximize Riku's potential here. But the easiest way would just be to use command 2 once, and then it'll just, use command 2 once, and it'll give you the full stacks you need already. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, R Instinct 2. Banishing Break Fizz, so it's an overflow attack. And then his defense one is Crimson Fang. So it's a 3 times single fire and it gives him self crit chance 100% for 3 turns. True Banishing Blade. So this is another realm one that coincides with how many FFX characters you have in realm. This one gives, let me read this whole thing. 0 to 3 FFX heroes alive, it'll give self HQC 2. True Banishing Blade was 4 plus X heroes alive, gives him self Bushido Blade mode. Bushido Blade mode increases his samurai damage plus 30%, gives him samurai instant cast, and it chases 3 samurai with a 30% fire imperil for 5 seconds. So this is a pretty stacked one for an in-realm SASB. I might have read all that wrong, but the text here is very condensed and my eyes are very tired. And then we got Waka's Sync. We won't really go too much into that. It's just it's just Waka's old sync. So if you know what that does, that's what it does. Ramping Sync. So with each 2, 4, 6 sharpshooter ability, it gives a party crit chance. So that starts at 50% to 60, 80, 100%, and goes up like that. And it'll keep stacking on top of that. So it won't just be a flat 15 seconds. It really just depends on when you activate it from there. Then the 15 seconds starts 4, 60, 80, 100. Easy to understand. And then it gives them water ability damage gives the team water ability damage plus 15, 30, and 50%. Easy to understand. If you have any questions, let me know, because I understand it. But if you need a further explanation of it, there you go. I can probably go into that a little bit more. It's not too bad as a realm choice for crit if you don't have Quina, or if you don't want to bring Tyro, etc., or if you can't bring Tyro. And since FFX is a very heavily physical realm, you can go Magic. Magic is also, really good in there with Braska, Lulu, and Seymour, and Yuna. But since you're more likely to have physical stuff for this realm, it is pretty good for a party-wide crit buff. And then we have Riku's Awakening 2. Awoken Salvage Mode. Unlimited water hones, rank-based QC, and it chases water with 6 single range water attacks. Lively Girl Mode chases water with a single target in peril with 3 or less X heroes. So it's 10% water in peril. And if you have 4 or more, it chases with the prismatic in peril. So it's better to bring this one with more characters from the FFX realm than to use it out of realm. But if you get it, you can, because you're probably going to end up bringing Tidus and walking anyway for a water elemental fight. You could do that. You could do it for Odin. You could do it for Argent Odin. You could do it for Bahamut. You could do it for Labs. You can mess around with it, have some fun with it. And now Auron's Awakening. Auron's Awakening 2. A limited samurai homes, rank boost samurai, and it chases samurai with 6-hit single fire that have 100% crit stacked on top. And then if Jet or Braska are alive, at every 2 chases it gives Imperil Fire. Scorching Resolve mode gives self QC, and it chases 0, 1, 2 plus samurai. Oh, what? Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. That's his. Okay, never mind. Wait, no. Yeah, it chases samurai abilities with up from 10 to 30%. Man, I can't read right now. From 10 to 30%. And so it ramps up depending on how many samurai moves. So 0, 1 to 2 plus samurai moves, so it equals that much more damage. Honestly, from this banner, I'm mostly just looking at Riku's SASB2. Riku's Awakening 2, because Riku's pretty cool. I like her as a character. And then everything else is kind of on the side. If I get Lulu TSB or if I get Lulu TSB or Auron TASB, ADSB, whatever you want to call it, I could, combo that with a couple of the stuff like their Sync. Lulu has a lot of, break damage limit soul breaks already. So that could cut one that I need to use out of there. And then I could just use that as my go-to. Alright. Banner 2 is pretty cool. You got Jet stuff. You got Braska stuff. But here, let's see what I was talking about. Yeah, here, Braska. So it gives him BDL +1, and it's a summon ability. So summon abilities, have pretty much the highest potency and magic in the game. So you'll most likely always cap with Braska. With Imperils or without Imperils. But the more Imperils you have, the more damage he'll do. And this works really well with this DASB. Jet, I don't think has one yet. Seymour, I don't think has one yet. So Braska, if you happen to, do a YOLO pull on here and get it, you probably got like the top stuff on this banner for Braska. I wouldn't even go for his Awakening because his DASB just comes in the future. So you can just wait for that too. Yeah, MLG, I'm about to go out right now. Maybe get a couple shots. Now I'm gonna get a burger, bro. I'm getting some good burgers. It's like 30 minutes away though, but the burgers and tater tots are hella good. But yeah, I gotta get out of here in a bit. But yeah, if you wanted me to go over anything on this banner, for some reason I can't go back up. But that's basically it. And there's not much else I really need to go over unless you would really like me to give a deep dive into any of these. For some reason, I can't scroll up on my phone, which is bullshit. But that's okay. We won't worry. We'll worry about that another day. But yeah, I think so. Generally, I would skip this banner if you are either 1, not a fan of FFX, 2, not a fan of any of the characters on here, or 3, just incredibly waiting for Fest for the DASBs. Because DASBs are going to be a pretty strong tune-up to your characters already. Mostly the ones that are featured in Fest. So you're going to have Fang, you're going to have Ace, you're going to have Noctis, you're going to have Kain, and Garnet's a good one. So definitely look out for that. And that's about it. Yeah, so wait for Fest to come, since Fest is right around the corner if you're either free to play or you're not a whale, or FFX is your favorite route and you're not dying to have everything in FFX. Me, I'm probably going to do a couple pulls here. Well, you already know I'm going to do a pull here. So I already said I was. So I'm going to do a couple pulls here. I want mostly Riku's SASB, maybe her ASB2. Mostly the SASB because that's pretty fun. Pretty fun thing to use from what I've seen. And then if I get Auron, Lulu, TASB, that's cool too. And then mostly because Lulu is your big titty golf GS that you know that you want. So you gotta get it. So anything that Lulu's on, you gotta get it. It's just mandatory at this point. And then Riku's Riku. And I know I know all of you degens have a taste for Riku, but we'll get to that another day. But yeah, it's mostly just Lulu and Riku stuff. Waka's cool. Don't really need anything for Waka, but that TASB, it's not too bad, I guess. But Lulu though, that's what you really want. I know it. I know that's what you really want because I know that's what I really want. But yeah, that's about it. Big 3 ones: Lulu TASB, Riku SASB, maybe Hero Awakening 2. And then if anything else drops along with that, you know, what else am I gonna do but take it, you know? Hopefully it goes better than it did on the Water Lab pools. I'm not trying to go for a chain in this one, thank God, because I don't going for chains is rough sometimes, especially when you want it. But that's it. This is a banner review. Preview, whatever you want to call it. If you watch it tomorrow, it's a review. If you watch it tonight, it's a preview. And we'll keep it moving from there. Alright, y'all. Have a good one. Peace. Have a happy Thanksgiving if you're in the States. If not, have a happy whatever holiday you celebrate. Remember, Thanksgiving is a shitty holiday. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy some good food. And alright, if you need me to elaborate on anything, but I know you're all smart enough. You're all smarter than me. So if you need me to elaborate on anything, I'll lead you to the right sources so you can elaborate on it yourself. Alright, y'all. Have a good one. Peace.